What is up guys? I know it's been a little while since my last video, but I'm glad to be back filming again. And I'm going to be doing a Q&A in like a week or so, where you guys can ask me any questions, and that way we can get back up to date with each other again. And yeah, that's going to be done over on Instagram. You can ask me the questions there, and I'll do the Q&A on YouTube, and you can expect that in like a week or so. But I really wanted to get this video out before that, the Q&A. Because it's for all of those of you going back to university this September, and this is a video that I would have died for at the start of university, because I made a lot of mistakes, specifically of what not to bring to university and what to bring to university. And I'm so pleased to say that this video is sponsored by Wilko, who are the literal saviours of university students. Alright, so I've got this big box of things I've ordered off wilko.com. They deliver as well, which is great. And these are all absolute essentials to going back to university with. And I know these university videos can also be quite long, so I'll try and keep it short and snappy. And in case you miss anything, I'll leave a long description in the description of everything that you do and don't need to bring to university. But we're gonna do the things you do need to bring first. Alright, let's do it. Just before we start, everything in here I have selected with reason and thought it out, and it's all with purpose, but I'm just going to pick it out randomly and just tell you why you need that thing from experience from first year. Alright, I hope that's okay. Alright, first up, get yourself some cutlery, because we're not kids anymore. You don't eat with your fingers, alright? You need a bit of finesse. But yeah, university accommodations do not come with their own knives and forks, so you got to bring them with you. Essential. Coat hangers. Oh my gosh, let me tell you a thing about coat hangers. You cannot have enough coat hangers at university, because we're all obsessed with clothes at this age. I don't know what it is. I have too many clothes, and I literally came to university with just a few. This is not enough, by the way, but I've already got loads. And you cannot do with enough coat hangers, because when you get there you realise you don't have enough and you'll have to go and buy some more. So get quite a few of these. They're very handy and very cheap as well from Wilko. Boom, sorted. A toilet brush. For obvious reasons, they don't come with your accommodation usually. Commando strips. Let me tell you a thing about Commando strips. Alright, basically, university accommodations, or even in your second and third year, which is what I'm in, the landlord, the owner of the accommodation, yada yada, very strict about the walls, okay? The walls are their prized possession. Now, you can't stick any pins in walls or blue tacks. It pulls things off, it pulls the wall apart, you know. Commando strips, on the other hand, God's blessing. Damage-free hanging, as it says on the packet. But yeah, no, genuinely though, in all seriousness, these are actually really useful. For your posters, I actually use them for my LED lights as well in my uni accommodation. And basically it means that, I'll show a little video for you guys, you can pull it off really easily when you leave, because you're only staying there for less than a year at the end of the day. And it doesn't take any of the wall off, which is really useful and saves a lot of pain and hassle when you're leaving. And also you can keep your deposit. Extension lead. This is essential with a capital E and the rest of the word all in capital. All capitals, because these are really important. Like, so usually in accommodations I only had 2 plugs for the whole room, which is you know, a little bit sparse. So this is really useful, especially one with a long cable as well. You have loads of things to charge up, and also LED lights and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, just you'll need it. You'll need it 100%. A general bit of stationery, but not too much. You need some. Just keep it fresh if you're doing some notes or revising. But generally, it's more or less on your computer. But that being said, you will still need pens and a ruler and all that sort of stuff, especially if you're doing like a mathy or sciencey type subjects. But you'll still need it. It'll come in handy. Definitely an essential. Alright, a weekly planner. Now, this is something that I did not have in first year, and I wish I did have, because everything's so hectic at university. You're so busy socialising and, you know, doing all that sort of stuff, that I sometimes forgot to go to the clubs that I had signed up for, which I really wanted to do, like genuinely. There's so many amazing clubs at university you had to get involved in. I was really business geeky, so I like the cryptocurrency and like stock trading, all those sort of clubs, which are really interesting to me. Probably not to you, but I'm sure you'll have the clubs that you like. Sign up to them, because they are great, and it's good for job prospects and all that sort of stuff, as well as meeting friends who, you know, sort of like what you like. But don't miss them, like I did quite a few times, because obviously you're going out with your mates and all that sort of stuff. You've got uni work as well, so just have a planner, put it up on a wall with a Commando strip, and this is a really good one from Wilko. I'm using this in the second year. Tea towels. Now this is one of the things that I said you can learn from my mistakes with. One of the most counterproductive things that you can do in life is clean a plate with a tea towel that is dirtier than the plate.
That's nasty. I'm gonna go throw up.
I don't know what it is about uni, but for some reason your tea towel gets so dirty. And I think it might be because a tea towel is sort of hard to keep to yourself rather than like a plate or a mug. Like, people know their own, but tea towels sort of just get passed around and they get dirty really fast. And so get yourself a few tea towels, keep a few in your room for when the one in the kitchen that you're using gets dirty. So I've got 5 here, they're super cheap on Wilko, I'd recommend. A little bin like this, I cannot recommend this enough. For the first month of uni or so, I had like a little plastic bag on my door handle, which was my bin, and it's not cool, it's not clever, it just looks a bit horrible. And you put one of these under your desk, and you're set. Kitchen and bathroom wipes. These things come in so useful. It's just everywhere's messy at uni pretty much. The kitchen always gets messy, and just have a quick wipe over is so useful. I ended up having to get like kitchen roll and wetting it, and it just didn't work as well as these do. And also in your bathroom as well, just quickly clean up. Just recommend some nice wipes that are easy to use and fast. And last but not least, a door wedge. Now, why you ask, and it's actually one of the most important things you can have in first year, because obviously you're in accommodation, I don't know how many you have, but I had 6, I think, 5 or 6 in my accommodation, and obviously everyone's in their room, you all know you're there, but you know, often you're a bit scared to go up and knock on someone's door and sort of say hi and introduce yourself and that kind of thing. And especially in the first week, it's important, just leave your door open, so when they walk to the kitchen or they walk past, then you can say hi yourself, or they can see you're in there and just say hi, that sort of thing. It's a way to get to know your roommates. Yeah, believe it or not, door wedge is very important. Alright, so that's all the essential items that I have from Wilko for you. And of course there's other basic things like, you know, your bedding and your pots and pans and stuff for your kitchen for cooking and stuff. But these are the sort of essential things for university that people often miss out on, including me. So yeah, definitely get everything that you've seen on this list. Now it's time for the things not to bring to university, which, as I said, is just as important. So the first few things that I recommend not bringing to university, I'm going to group together. It's sort of like your kettles, your microwaves, your toasters, those sort of things. Now, my accommodation only had a microwave out of those 3, yet we all brought like a kettle and a toaster each, which meant we all spent extra money and we didn't have as much kitchen space as we would have liked. So what I recommend is either going onto your university like accommodation website, working out what things you have already there and not bringing it, and then also going onto your Facebook groups for university, finding out who is in your flat, in your accommodation, and sort of working out between you all who's going to bring what, who's going to bring the kettle, who's going to bring the toaster, and that way you have one of each. You save some money at the same time. You can even buy one together and chip in a little bit each. So it's just a good way to save money and space. Okay, so next up is university textbooks. Do not buy university textbooks before you go to university, even if you know which ones you'll need, because when you get there, there's more than likely going to be a university textbook sale from past students who are selling their books to the next lot of students, and they're like 1/4 of the price because obviously they do not need them anymore, and they sell them really cheap. And then sometimes you don't even need to buy them at all. If they're in the library, you can just borrow them when you need them, or you can even sometimes access those textbooks online for free. You can save a lot of money doing this because, as I said, textbooks are so expensive at university, so definitely wait so you can get yourself a bargain, or even check if you can get them for free. And lastly, on things not to bring to university, it's an iron or an ironing board. First of all, because sometimes an accommodation will provide it for you anyway, so you won't need it. But even though mine didn't, neither myself or my roommates ever felt the need to use an iron. I don't know what it is, but we just never had the situation where we needed an iron. And I pretty much guarantee you that if you do decide to bring an ironing board, which will take up loads of space and it costs a lot to buy, you won't end up using it. So yeah, I recommend not bringing one of them. Anyway guys, thank you for watching that video. I hope you did enjoy it, and I hope it genuinely helped you, which Unlike most of my videos, I actually think this one will, especially if you're a university student heading to uni this September. And if you are, I wish you the best of luck. Honestly, you're going to have an absolute blast. And once again, thank you to Wilco for sponsoring this video. I cannot recommend them enough to students. And yeah, with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you smash the like button, leave a comment, and help everyone else out who's heading to university this September. Recommend some more things to bring on, give some general advice, and you can all help each other in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications, and with that all being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.